Alright, welcome back everyone to another Rocket League analysis video. This one is for Curtis. It's Curtis and his team, Team Solace. You've probably seen them on the Rocket League community Facebook group, seen them around and stuff like that. And they post a lot of videos. Omar is part of their group, and the third guy, that guy. I don't know who that guy is. But anyhow, this is also featuring a giant rectangular black box, but don't worry, that disappears fairly quickly. Black box is a little pussy bitch, so he's leaving. But yeah, we'll get right into it. I'll only be doing one game. Um, but yeah, it should be good. Well, alright. In that scenario, it's hard to say whether it was played out badly. I don't think the kickoff was particularly good. You do want to get like you want to get a tiny little touch on this. If you're going to do this to send it back into the corner, you want to get a tiny little touch to sort of direct it into the corner. Because this guy, he can just if he misses or something like that, then the guy that's cheating up here is just gonna whack it in. Firstly, and secondly, he can just aim for the net, and most of the time they will try you people try to make their kickoffs as central as possible. This guy's not very smart, so he send it off to the side, but generally people will make it fairly central, their kickoffs. So if you don't get a touch on it, that kickoff is going to go towards your net. And with somebody cheating up, they can dunk the goalie and stuff like that. It get really complicated. So you do want to get a little tiny touch on the kickoff if you want to send it into back corner. Anyhow, I'll carry on. Oh, I missed a spot. Um, so you went for that. That's not necessarily bad. I personally would have had the goalie go up for that, or had whoever centered it to do it again, um, because it spent too much time in the air. This little passing play was really good. Good trust from Omar here to sit upfield a little bit, and it was a very, very clean pass. You don't want to pass it directly at him because he can't do anything. He's not going to be fast enough. You want to give him just enough space to speed up while not putting the ball so far away from him that the enemies can get to it. And that's what he did. It was a very good pass. I would have the shot was, although really fast, it was very, very low. But anyhow, carrying on. I'll try not to breathe in my mic this time, because last time I breathed in my microphone a little bit, it was really, really annoying me. You guys didn't seem to mind, which I was happy with, but it was very annoying. In this position, um, I'm not entirely sure. Here, that got sent up. I'm not entirely sure why he stayed back. It wasn't exactly a dumb thing to do that because this guy's so close. However, instead of going for boost, I would have demoed this guy personally. I would have just blown him up because then the net would have been open except for this guy, this last defender. Um, and then you guys had time to further rotate because this ball wouldn't have been challenged at that point because he was the only one there, their teammates up. If you had demoed this guy, it would have given the person back time to possibly shoot if they've started pushing up. Um, and it gives you guys much more time to rotate properly. That's definitely what I would have done instead of going for their boost, because no one else is going for their boost right now. So there'll be no reason for them to. Oh, look at that own goal! What a pass! I hope everyone spammed great pass there, because yeah, this was some top notch from Siwilewski. Um, what's his name? Siwilewski, not Kwanzi. Siwilewski. Alright. See that one, you got a good touch on it. It's technically a little bit too far back, too much of a touch though. But it was actually a better pass back because it meant that he could get more power. Your teammate could get a harder clear. That side flip wasn't a bad idea, although you could have comfortably shadowed as well. Right, good save. Cheating up there with your partner wasn't necessarily the best idea because this is pretty important, this bit here. It's a thing a lot of people do Right, so you stayed upfield, but another guy stayed upfield as well. You don't really want to double commit an upfield play, especially. You never, ever, ever. I think that a lot of people make a mistake of doing, right, is being here, waiting upfield, right, like this, right, while there's people in your half. You do not want to wait upfield when there's people in your half. No breakaway goal is worth it because, oh my God, I just realized this is like only half a game. What the hell am I doing? Because you're if there's like one or two people in your side of the field, that means without a doubt they're on the offensive, right? If you're waiting upfield, that means your team is one defender down. You always want to, if he's going to get challenged, if he's going to challenge, if anyone is on the offense, you want to rotate back to net. You see, because he just passed it straight down to him. There was nothing you could do. You got to clear off there. That wasn't so bad. But yeah, now this here, another complaint. He got the clear off, right? However, if there was somebody sitting right here, his ball into the wall, that guy could have centered it, right? Because you followed up so closely, that guy would have gotten it over your head if there was somebody there. Luckily, this fella here is an absolute fucking nugget, so you don't have to worry about it. But it's something to keep note of. If the ball hasn't sort of left your quarter of the field and you're in the net, just stay there. You don't need to keep pushing up. If the ball's destined to come back, it's going to come back anyway. You don't want to you don't want to try to beat the enemy to the ball. Oh, that would have been juicy. If you had been able to, if you had the boost, you could have hooked that so well. Oh, good fake, and then a boop. Oh, close on. That guy jumped up really quick for that. It was smart. And a weird double fake not challenge. Oh, boop. Oh, so close. In that position, personally, oh shit, how far back have I gone? Holy moly. So I, I'm not fully sure what you're doing there. I saw that Siwaniski, he was waiting here to get the tiniest touch to him. That wouldn't have been a bad play if you had touched it back down to him because he was ready for it. But either way, not a big mistake, not a big deal, nothing like that. He got the challenge off. That was a smart challenge here. I personally would have tried to shoot this or gotten a really low backboard or something like that, or tried to drop it into the center of the thing. Because right here, even though it's high, right, the defenders are all right underneath it. You can get up to it because you already have forward momentum. You can get up to it before they ever could. So you have a lot of freedom here. You want to work with that. Yeah, luckily it went into overtime, so technically it's still close to a full game, so that's good. I mean, pass into center, he can pass it back to you, and you can get a juicy shot, easy peasy. Too strong. That wasn't even. It's a 7-second overtime. What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to look at him? He's recording. He's like, "Fuck it, that was my best shot ever." I'm like, "A god." I cash more like, oh, here comes the box again. So the box has made its debut. Now that you guys have won, suddenly the box is everyone's motherfucking friend and wants to hang out with all the cool kids. Fucking asshole box, piece of shit. Yeah, we'll do the next couple of minutes. Hold on, let me just see how long this recording been going for. Is that a thing? Can I do that? I've been recording for 9 minutes. Alright, I'll make this 15 minutes long. I'll do the next game. Make it a bit more rounded because I'm doing a 3v3 thing anyway, so I might as well, you know, I'm basically analyzing three people working together, not just one person. Anyhow, tell fucking Swansky to fucking Nugget to ready up because he's taking too long. I wonder what you guys are talking about.
This is a good GIF.
Yeah.
Did he just say GIF? Did he just say, you know what? I think I might stop this video right now. I don't think you deserve it. GIF. Are you serious? GIF. Wow. Yeah, let's keep listening. Let's keep listening to these guys.
Put it in
Come
Rocket League
let's make
community and that.
This is
Yeah, I'm
quality. He
trying.
even told us.
Do you want me to do it after this?
Oh,
Yeah, go
Yeah,
missing if you
please.
can.
Do it
Just
then,
put it in like
boys.
all the Rocket League groups, like Solis is live with another Tony, and then just put that in.
Yeah, put it in, boys. Put it in. Put it. Go
Try
Brackets.
on.
put it. Try
Brackets.
also put it
He is
in.
squeaky.
Try also put it into a group called Rocket League Coffee House.
Yeah, yeah. Back.
What the fuck is Rocket League Coffee House? Does Harrison know you're cheating on his group with Rocket League Coffee House? Does he know this shit, son? Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore that you ever brought up another group, and I'm gonna continue. Alright, you got a good shot here. You kind of passed back. I guess there was a defender in the net, but you had a juicy shot there. You could have hooked that really well. Not entirely sure why you're up for this, but uh, personally, in that position, oh, there we go. Personally, in this position, I would not have gone up for that. Unless, unless, right, you hit a full-blown boomer into the wall and back down to your teammate so that he could take a shot, right? This weird little strange, really slow center means all you're doing is giving it to the goalie. If you can't take a nice juicy shot on the net, a nice big boomer, or you want to go for if you can't take a nice big juicy boomer or go for like a demo or something, you want to go for a pass, or you just want to make it life hard for your enemies. Um, oh, that was so close, close one, Swansky. Oh, he passed it center. Swansky was already only barely back for boost. Oh, oh, can you get the? No, no one's there. No one's there. Disappointed. Swansea just sent that guy to the moon. So that's pretty juicy. So you passed him and phone. Right, where's it? Where's it? It's right up to here. Swansky's like, hey, Neil Armstrong. See you later. Goodbye. Um, that was a weird touch by Omar, but nothing too that's smart by that guy. But what an asshole. And so he's passed it down to you. You've caught it. You try to get that last touch on it, but that was a little bit unfortunate. I probably would have in this position, instead of sort of shadowing up the field like a little bit of a potato. You weren't really after this touch, and that guy got that touch. You weren't really doing anything valuable at this point right here. You just sort of floated. But thing is, no matter what kind of clear your teammate got off, there is nothing you can do from this position. You're not on the side of the field, so you can't hook it. You're not in the center of the field, so you can't hook it. You just can't shoot from this point. All you can do is just center it for the enemy. At this point, as an attempt, in a feeble attempt to try to get it away from him. That's all you can do. You don't want to be floating around here. You want to either screw this guy's day up, ruin him, make his family sad, or you want to go back to the net. Always be wary of your positioning and try to make your positioning worthwhile as much as possible. That wasn't so bad. Not, I feel like you were just indecisive on that touch. You didn't know if you should backboard it or pass it. You seem like you're very much the passing type. Um, you can pass in that position. If you get a good juicy boomer off, you can backboard it, and backboard passes are invaluable when there's only one defender. Boop. That was a good. That was a good boop. You could have shot it there, but it's not an easy shot to take. Alright. You sort of just leapt at that one. I personally would have turned around, let my teammate go for it. Let's see, he got the touch off. You got that was a fake. You didn't miss at all, you just faked it. Fake saves over strat. Alright, there. Um, so he got a weird touch against the wall. Very soft, clear. You're sitting in net. This is smart. Alright. You pushed up a little bit early, right? But in this position, you had time. He couldn't get to the ball in time. And I understand why you rushed this, but you didn't have to. Right, so you just sort of gave it back to him because you rushed that shot. If you had waited for a half volley, wait till the ball bounced, you could have got an absolute boomer against their net, and that would have been that would have given your teammates time to sort of reposition. Also, not sure why out for this, but you know what? Juicy redirects, montage plays only. Alright, you're also up for this. I feel like you jump a lot. Oh, that was unfortunate from Dat's guy. He only just barely missed. Alright, Swansky's got it. Ah, he's just faking. Alright, that guy's faking. Alright, your mate's got it finally. You decided to take it up. Now, Boomer. In that, if you want to get as much power as physically possible, is this an ad? Are you serious? You absolutely kidding me? Oh my god. We're redefining it. Ooh la la. Eleanor. Ooh la la. Purple Eleanor. Hinge forward design. Can I please get rid of this damn ad? Please. Oh my god. It's the best part of the game. Is that another ad? This is okay. We're good. We're good. We're good, boys. We're good. But I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. I guess we'll just carry on. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. No, we're reloading. Reloading, boys. These analysis videos are very professional, guys. Oh, look, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It reminded me what I was. Oh my god. Ooh. You can skip this ad in 2 seconds. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't just play another goddamn ad again. That was smart of you to start going back to the net, but you didn't really hook around the net very, very comfortably. You just sort of drove at the ball back then. But anyhow, that touch there wasn't necessarily bad. But if you're going to try to get as much power on this and as much height on this as possible, you want to get underneath the ball. You want to get that juicy little sweet spot right there and then flick into it. You kind of flicked it down, and that sort of made it a fairly easy thing to save. But that's just shooting. That's mechanical, not rotation wise. I can't really give advice on mechanics. You went for fake there. I I would have gone for a fake there too, but I know it's a silly mistake to make. I would have gone for fake there because I am silly. But yeah, you don't want to go for fake in that position. Backflips take time. If you are gonna do a fake like that. Oh, another thing you seem to be doing a lot. You seem to be infield passing a lot. Now, that's not inherently an issue. Infield passes are great. However, I'm sure your infield passes have screwed you up a fair few times before. You want to make those passes valuable. If you can't get a good infield pass off, right? Um, you can waste times other ways. See, because your teammate was there-ish. So you got a good block up there. That's cool. Um, you're going to turn around, go to boost, right? This guy boomed it back to you, right? You sort of gave it back to whoever was back, but because of the way you gave it back to them, they couldn't take a shot on net or anything like that. All they could do was give it straight back to the enemy again, because the enemy was on the offensive. If you want to shut down an enemy's offense in midfield, the best way to do it is to slam it against their backboard or put it in a corner. Um, it won't always lead you into a strikeable position, but it's a good thing to do. Pass backs can be extremely deadly because if somebody's chasing the ball, like someone was chasing the ball when you pass back. Now, your teammate, whoever was back, played it out really smart and chased up really quickly. But if they hadn't chased up so quickly, the enemy who was chasing the ball in the offensive, they would have probably scored because they had the opportunity to play the goalie when the goalie wasn't really in position and it was technically your pass. So you want to be careful about that. That push up wasn't so bad. Now you're waiting upfield. That's not necessarily bad. I mean, that was a smart bump. Although you were just going for boost, he was in your way. That was a good clear. You left boost. That was nice. What a lad. He's popped it up. You want to hit it against the wall here. In that position, as you saw from the way your teammates were sitting, right? You had a view of the entire field here, right? So now this, I probably wouldn't have given it away so easily in that position. I would have tried to catch and flick, but you see right here, right? He's right there. If you hit it against the wall from this side, you can bop it basically straight in front of him on top of his car, and he can take a shot onto the backboard or something like that, right? The way you did it, you centered it again, but I think that's Amar. Amar Omar, sorry, didn't have time. He'd only just recovered. And this guy was ready for the pass. So he wouldn't have had time to get a good clean shot off the way you centered it. You basically inadvertently, totally accidentally passed it back to the defense here. So he couldn't get to it in time. And they scored a goal off it. I think that was just Konski didn't have any boost. He was hoping that he could get a boomer off in that position. Now that's not anyone's fault. That takes it takes time for you to sort of assess where your teammates are and work around that a lot, and be very dynamic. It seems like your passing's decent, but it's not dynamic. And what I mean by that is like you can do your average pass fairly consistently, but you're not very situational. Boop, that was a good boop. Send it to the roof, dude. Straight to Mars. So everyone just enjoying the corner real quick, and you've just gone and that was a smart turn, but doing the flip wasn't exactly smart. I would have just tried to jump up, get a single touch on it on the front of the car, and then go for a catch. You go for challenge there. That wasn't the kind of challenge you were going for, but you sort of just tried to hit it as quick as you could. You were also flying again. I'm not sure why, but you were doing it. So I mean, whatever floats your boat. I saw that that was an attempted infield pass, um, which didn't work out for you. As I said, like you're fairly consistent, but you're not very dynamic. Your teammates weren't up yet; they were rotating back. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, oh, you got the boop. Oh, they're gonna leave it. Oh, you still got time. What? How? Alright. So we'll call it GG's there. All in all, if I had to give a bit of advice, work on your shooting. You want to be really confident with that. Uh, Work on being more aware of your teammates, and where they're sitting and stuff like that, and your enemies. You want to be aware of how your enemy's going to challenge. If they're going to win, you can't really read that, but you can do your best. Um, and yeah, all in all, you want to just sort of be aware. And you definitely want to take more shots. I noticed you were not taking anywhere near enough shots and you were in strikeable positions. If you don't want to shoot, that's fine, but you don't always want to pass. Sometimes you just want to waste time. Sometimes you just want to do something else. I mean, you know, whatever. But you don't want to, yeah, you don't, you, you do want to be confident in your shooting, and confident in your accuracy so you know when to shoot, when to pass, um, and all that stuff. So all in all, more backboards, more dynamic reading of your teammates' positioning. You want to be fairly confident in where you stick the ball, um, uh, and go for more challenges as well. I noticed you were trying to opt for getting it over people's head. You can get it past players without having to without having to boop it over them. You can just challenge it straight past them. You can force them into a challenge they don't want to go for, and you can get past them. The amount of times I've been scored on in threes when I was last defender back, and I came flying past the ball, and the guy just went for a really solid challenge, and I just got, sent. I sent myself far away. So yeah, you want to challenge more, a little bit more consistent with the ball. You don't want to give it away to your enemies too much. Um, Stick with it. Be confident. Be confident shooting and be a bit more aware of your teammates' positions. That's all I can really say. And don't cheat on bloody RLC with fucking what was that? Fucking coffee house tea party, Rocket League tea parties or some shit. Fucking don't fucking send over no tea parties. We don't fucking like fucking tea party, motherfucker.